You got me. I'm a new fan. I cannot wait to go back and learn about all the Space Marine Warhammer 40k lore. I'm gonna have to watch a long YouTube video, but man, this game got me. This is my first time ever touching something Warhammer. Of course, I've heard about it in the past. This is my first time ever touching something like this, and it hooked me right from the start. The more I played, the more I got into this universe, and it's like the perfect mix of Helldivers 2, Gears of War, Doom, and I never thought I would play something like this. And this game was almost perfect despite some of its glaring issues that I cannot wait to talk about. I'm gonna hit every aspect of this game, the graphics, the gameplay, the story mode, and the multiplayer. And I've got some things to say about the barely functional multiplayer. So make sure you stay till the end of the video. I will also leave timestamps in the description so you guys can watch every single section of this review. Starting with the graphics, they are very impressive, but only in quality mode. I usually prefer the 60 FPS, but for this game I saved it for the multiplayer because it was just too distracting during the story mode. The amount of softness added was too much for me, especially because of how detailed this game is. And then moments where there's a ton of enemies on screen, it dropped to like 720p. But anyways, like I was saying, I would save the performance mode for multiplayer after you've taken in all the graphics in the story mode.
Oh my god.
They knew they snapped with this game, nigga.
And I will say one thing that is very well optimized, and I think they sacrificed having no frame drops for picture quality.
It's crazy how many freaking things
And
are on the screen.
it doesn't lag. That's crazy. That's the crazy part. It don't drop frames.
It doesn't.
Awesome!
Woo! Push, brothers!
They're
Woo!
coming through up top.
Ah! Boo! 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 No lag, bro. But yeah, no frame drops no matter how crazy things get, and things get really crazy. There are a ton of things on screen at certain times. Like sometimes we would just look like, oh my god, look at how many things are on screen. Look at how many enemies are coming to attack us right now. This is absolutely insane.
God, bro, look at this.
Oh my.
All right, Tim, don't take a breath. No,
PG.
Dom's ready. That's what I'm doing.
Oh my god. This can go from 0 to 100 too quick.
I'm burning them, boys. I'm trying my best.
Yep, go ahead and give me some.
Bro, look at what's going on right now.
Holy
There's
smokes.
so much going on this screen.
Overheated, getting inside. And I'm not even playing on a PC, I'm playing on the Xbox.
Brother, yo, I'm about to die.
How are you always about to die, bro?
Now for PS5 players, I heard from Digital Foundry, I watched their video on the graphics. They said that the frame drops are a lot crazier in performance mode for PS5 players because the difference in VRR settings or something like that for the Xbox is like stronger. I don't know exactly how it works. I'm not a graphics nerd like that. But for Xbox, we had no issues. And if there were frame drops, we didn't really see them. The quality mode is perfect though. The level of detail is insane. Everything is crisp. Yes! There are some weird glitches with characters, faces being fuzzy and renders kicking in late the whole game. What? It took so long to load in this stuff. Did it do it for you too, Andre?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was even free.
It is kind of distracting and might take you out of it for a second, but as gamers, we're kind of used to this. When the scene cuts and flips to another character very fast pace, it just struggles to load in everything at that exact moment. But overall, the graphics are very impressive, no matter how much level of detail there is in the scene, no matter how many CPUs or enemies there are. And they're not just background enemies flying around, you know, things that you can't actually shoot. They're all things that actually come up to you from a very far distance. So the draw distance is also very far. They come in from a very far distance. You can watch the aliens run all the way up from where they are right to you, and I haven't seen anything like this. All these xenomorphs, that's basically what they are. xenomorphs from Alien. And it's just so satisfying to watch them come up to you and then you just kill them all.
What's going on across from us? This is what I'm trying to do.
You know what's crazy? That they're all
coming
actually,
this way.
yeah, running from over there.
Wait.
They actually run the full path too.
Oh my god.
That's what's crazy. Next, I got the gameplay. Like the graphics, no stuttering, flawless gameplay, no glitches. I experienced no glitches the entire game. Now, multiplayer, we'll get to something else, and that was not in-game glitches. That was like home screen menu glitches. These there's nothing, no glitches in the game. Like I haven't played a game where I didn't experience a single glitch. A straight up flawless experience is unheard of nowadays. One thing I will say about this gameplay, if you are not a Warhammer player or like Space Marine player, for me, it was my first time. This game will make you man up. You can't just be a pussy. Like at first it was overwhelming seeing these huge group of aliens and it's just me by myself in that first story mission. And I'm like, oh my God, am I going to be able to actually like survive this? I will say it gets a lot easier when your friends join, but for that first initial mission, you just gotta like tough it out, use your wits, you know, get in there and just overcome your fear and just go crazy. It really unlocks this beast in you that just makes you go crazy and want to kill everything. And once you come out on top, you really feel like an ultramarine.
Think I give a piss? Ugh.
And having your friends play this with you is really the best way to play this game. I believe that made the experience 10 times more enjoyable than when I played alone. You niggas think you better than us. You are such a retard.
Oh yeah. Think I'm using my gun?
Yeah.
Let's chop through them, brothers.
I'll finish the job for you, brother.
Give me my armor.
Oh, get off me, you wee bugger.
Ah, got hit by my own grenade.
Yo, I need help. Oh! Oh!
Throw the grenade!
Thank you.
How did you want it?
Now I'm good. Now that my brothers are here. Woo.
We will engage in a 3-point operation to break the Xenos command.
Nigga, you're not even the one talking. Why are you trying to give them the rundown? Dom, can you get out of the way? We look cooler when we all stand together. Not with you in front. Your big bald head. Oh, you want a piece?
Come here, nigga. Burn the hallway.
Oh, what was that? Oh, watch out.
Blinking us.
Whoa. Oh my God. Oh, did y'all see that?
Boom.
I'll give us some light, boys.
Yeah.
I'm out. These are basically just xenomorphs, bro.
That was a cool little segment, guys.
I actually wouldn't be mad if we fought in more dark rooms, because how cool like when things light up with the shits, how the shits look with the shits.
Well, look at you.
Dom, where are you? You're ruining the scene.
I'm here.
Please get in. Please go to the left so I can get a screenshot.
Take a shot of my black bald head.
Also, your friends playing with you is so seamless. Everything is animated together. Everybody sees the same things. Your friends can see what you pick up, what you interact with, the barriers you break, your executions, the ammo crates you take. I haven't seen a co-op experience this integrated so well and seamlessly, I don't think ever. I will say there's too much of the same enemy types, but it doesn't get old because they keep it fresh. They keep upgrades and changes in your gameplay coming at a perfect pace. For example, the weapon progression is very satisfying. They sprinkle new weapons throughout the story, and it's fun to see a gun and say, ooh, I want to try this one. And then you either proceed to like it or love it, because there are no bad weapons in the game. But there are some very OP weapons that look like they're gonna pose a problem in the multiplayer in the future, especially in multiplayer, because these guns are extremely OP and I don't know how they'll implement them once players have them unlocked. Going through and finding melee weapons is so fun, especially when you find the perfect one for you, especially because melee is such a huge part of this game. Oh, if you swing one, hold on. Oh, if you wait a little bit, oh, do the first attack and then wait.
Whoa.
Yeah. Boom. This game has a perfect balance of movement, not too clunky, but also not too free. But you also don't feel restricted all at the same time, if that makes sense. I will say you do feel a little restricted when they take your jetpack away. That's annoying, because that is without a doubt when you're having the most fun in this game. That jetpack just opens up your gameplay options even more. This game has some long load times. It felt like I was back on older consoles. I haven't came across a game in a long time with this long of loading times, and it's fine in the story mode, but it gets very annoying later in the multiplayer, having to wait for those in between matches. And speaking of the story mode, let's talk about that. The story mode took us about 7 hours to beat, and we were flying through it. I didn't really take an issue with the fact that it was that short because it was paced so well. There aren't really any collectibles in the game, and I appreciated that. It was nice to get a break from open world games where you check every corner and make sure you don't miss something important. This was a very fun, straightforward playthrough. I also want to emphasize again, you need to play with your friends. It makes this story mode so much more special. You'll have so many moments where you're screaming and yelling while being immersed into this world, really getting into it, screaming for the Emperor while killing thousands of bugs covered in blood.
For the Emperor!
Also two?
Wait, am I gonna make it?
What is she?
Oh, way to steal my kill. Got some more up here.
You want a piece of me? Oh!
Now you'll kind of need to know what happened, at least in the last game, to fully know and understand what's going on, which is what I did since I'm a new fan, and I at least needed to learn about the first game of the series. I would say this is the perfect time to hop into the lore. And the story itself is surprisingly interesting, especially the story between Titus and his new brothers. Did a bang on
Bang
his
this shit hard.
Another thing this game was lacking was the boss fights. They weren't very memorable. I actually only really had a good time with one of them. The other bosses were just pretty tedious, and it was it felt junky. That's the best way I can explain it. They're just not memorable or very challenging. It's a lot of just spamming, shooting, and I don't know, seem like gimmick fights. Not that big of a deal because you still have a good time while doing it. I had more fun fighting the normal NPCs and swarms and hordes of the aliens over the boss fights.
Gee, get away from me.
No.
What real warriors do?
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming after me.
Hey.
Look at his health, bro. What's this thing, bro?
Okay, so there's a reason why that it's going down so quick.
Why?
You're gonna find out when we get this little last chunk down. Hey, was that supposed to be a challenge?
Finish it.
Kill him. Yes, sir.
You good?
Dang! Kill him, man.
Okay, nigga.
Ugh. Oh, yo, dude, jacked on the last boss. My dude was acting like a straight bitch.
It did take you long to kill that little thing. And then the story is good all the way up until the end, where it kind of falls off. It gets a little bit junky. There's too much happening, in my opinion. But it makes for some very cool cutscenes, some very cool visuals, and just an overall fun, hype experience in the story mode. You do not want to miss this, especially playing with your friends. The feeling you get being an ultramarine with your friends, smashing through tons of bugs, using these certain move sets and combos you can use with each weapon, switching between the jetpack, the melee weapons, and the guns. There's plenty of variety and fun to have with this story mode. This story mode was like Helldivers 2 actually having a story and actual setup. Now, The multiplayer. Oh my gosh. The multiplayer has a slew of problems that quite frankly don't make it as fun to play. And by the looks of it, it doesn't have a long shelf life if they don't fix these issues that are currently going on. Now there is a mode of the multiplayer that's actually fine. The operations mode. These missions are here for if you and your friends just want to sit back and kill some aliens or heretics together. It's basically the story mode missions without the story. All the same maps, guns, and objectives. The mode is great for leveling up or, like I said, just having a good time with your friends. It's simple and it gets the job done. The character creator, the character design is actually really insane. I mean, the ultramarine designs are already insane and already do look good, but in the character creator, once you unlock these colors and designs, you can make a really awesome looking character. You can get really detailed in your designs, creating the most personalized marine. And it doesn't take too long to be able to start unlocking these designs with your points you earn while playing the game. Which brings me to my first big issue. The multiplayer is not finished, and excuse me, I'm about to go on a rant here for a second. First, I want to make the disclaimer that I know the game isn't really about the multiplayer, which is fine, but it's here, so I'm going to go over it. The servers are horrendous, and that is not an understatement. I mean horrendous. It's almost non-functional. When it comes to simply trying to get into a game, it's so frustrating. You'll constantly be leaving lobbies and being sent back to the home screen. The game constantly telling you you've been disconnected from the internet when you haven't. And if you find a game and actually get into it, be ready to just be kicked out of it for no reason after waiting an extremely long time for a loading screen. You'll have to keep leaving, quitting the game, inviting your friends over and over until you finally get into a game. And I will say, once you're in a lobby, you don't have any issues anymore as long as you don't switch game modes, which don't even have descriptions. So you don't even know what you're playing, what you're signing up for, or what the objective is. The 3 game modes are Annihilation, Seize Ground, and Capture and Control. I don't have a problem with it only being 3 game modes, but I'm not sure how long this will make people stay to play it. I know this isn't a live service game and that might not be their objective. I just have to call it how I see it. Nothing in this multiplayer tells you what to do. They just throw you in and you have to figure it out. I still don't even know which game mode is which because sometimes you'll click a game mode and it'll take you to another one. With that being said, the game modes are simple and straightforward, but they all aren't good or balanced as well because the map sizes are too big. You'll spend most of your time running around the map trying to find enemies just to eventually get gangbanged. So you want to choose a certain game mode, but you have to play through all of them to remember which one is which so you don't choose the bad one. And don't even let me get started on the commentators. Oh my god, they need more voice lines so bad. You get annoyed so quick. The voice lines in the game say the same thing over and over and over again, and there's nothing else. There's not a second type of line recorded. It's just back to back to back. Come on, nigga.
Stealth. The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Deploying shrapnel grenade.
The arch enemy has defiled the objective.
Ugh.
The arch enemy has defiled.
Can he stop saying that? Every time it's contested, he says it. So if you could literally walk inside of the control point area and then walk back out of it and walk back inside, back out of it, back inside, and he'll say it every single freaking time. Really, the worst and only bad game mode is Team Deathmatch. The other 2 are just actually fine because everyone is forced to go to this one point of the map and meet up and fight each other. Everybody has to focus on one objective. But like I said, once you're in though, you'll have a good time for the most part, especially once you get the hang of it. You will be raging at how pathetic some of the classes are versus how OP some of the classes are. Hold on, is the chainsaw not gonna do what it needs to do, bro? It needs to be doing more damage than that. Like if I'm gonna melee somebody, it needs to be dying quick. This nigga almost dead, bro. Go ahead and kill him. Bro, this nigga grappling onto me. Holy smoke.
Thank you, Gene. You finally decided to lock in.
Hold on.
Also, this grapple
eye.
is mad busted in like 1v1s.
Look at that, man. What is it, an auto lock? Like, he don't even gotta aim it, he just... But the game just came out, so I'm sure it'll be patched soon with some buffs and some nerfs. I mainly played the sniper, which was pretty weak, especially with how healthy the enemies are. But once you learn how to use your character, it gets really fun and you'll have a great time getting some crazy clips. Lastly, the progression, it's too slow. You start off very underpowered, especially with the classes that I played. And in order to get what you want, you really have to grind for it. It took me about 4 or 5 matches to get to level 4, which then only unlocked 1 melee weapon and 1 gun for certain classes that I didn't even play. I then realized that you have to reach level 16 and up for you to really get the weapons you want, which would take a crazy amount of time that I just don't have to spend on this very frustrating multiplayer, especially with some of the matches being too short to really level up, and on top of that, really long loading times. I will say games like COD really have it figured out, and it was so refreshing to go to Black Ops 6 after this and just go from match to match. The only thing left that this game was missing was a great soundtrack. If they just would have had a much better playlist than the songs that played during this playthrough, because they only had like maybe one that you hear very subtly every once in a while. If they had more maybe choir or very hype or maybe some heavy metal or rock songs in this, it would have been even better. Like the moments where you're going crazy just would have been times 10. Now with all that said, this game's story mode, gameplay, graphics are all great, fantastic. So with that, this game gets an 8 out of 10. I highly recommend you buy this game and play it with your friends. Hop on that story mode and fight for the Emperor. And hopefully by the time you're done with that, by the time you buy this game, the multiplayer will be all fixed up. Until then, I will see you guys next time. My next review will be about Star Wars Outlaw, so make sure you subscribe to see that. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like, and if not, you disagree with me, leave a dislike and a comment about what you disagree with. If you like the game or didn't like the game, let me know what you think in the comments. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.